Leiden, welcome to this week's episode of WLTV. We're your hosts, Damien
and Amy, and we hope everyone gets into the holiday spirit as the semester comes to an end.
That's right. Christmas comes early for us this year, as Monday and Tuesday we have half days. Monday we get released at 11:30, and Tuesday we get released at 10:40.
Attention all guitarists and aspiring guitarists. The Guitar Club is meeting at the West Campus in room 233 on Mondays after school. Bring a friend and a guitar. Contact Mr. Alward if you have any questions.
Reminders for all seniors that the cap and gown forms are due December 16th. Make sure you purchase them before then. Hey Amy, have you gone to any of the boys' basketball games recently?
No, I haven't, but I heard we won our first 2 home games.
That's right. Here's Oscar and Yami with an update on the start of the boys' basketball season.
As you all know, this year's boys basketball season has begun. They've played some tough games and won some. Coach Gilliam is here to give us an update on how the season is going so far.
I think we're looking to be competitive in conference. Obviously, we're trying to win all of our games, but we're in a tough league, so being competitive every week and playing our best basketball at the end of the year.
Definitely just last season with my friends. Been playing with all of them since middle school, so just wrapping all that up.
I think just fun, a lot of fun, and like I said, improvements. Every year, we hope to do better than last year. Whether that's, freshman and sophomore, varsity, sophomore, don't matter. Being seniors, we want to end it off on a good note, maybe leave a good mark. Have a good winning record for the first time in a while for Leiden, so we're looking to make statements.
And for everyone to kind of accept and understand their new role, a lot of different changes in how we grew from last year. So just taking little steps each day, and in practice, we're just trying to simulate what it's going to be like in the game to kind of give them that necessary experience.
One thing the team is struggling with is definitely size. Leiden's never been really tall in general. Across the board, it's 6 foot across the board.
Rebounding, we got to get on the boards more. Our bigs are kind of down there alone, but at practice, we're just boxing out a lot more. Once we start doing that, see a lot more wins.
Currently 4-4. We had a rough start, and then we won 4 in a row, and we are currently at 500. So doing good and excited for our Christmas tournament coming up.
Definitely looking to improve to win conference. It's a big jump from winning 0 or having 0 wins, but winning conference would be amazing for Leiden and for us.
At practice, there's a lot more emphasis on guards going down the box out, help out the bigs down low.
I just try to make it as close to a game situation as possible in terms of drills and what we do in scrimmages, just so what we're doing in practice carries over to each game. But Christian Lopez is the one who really has been leading us the last couple years, and he's a great role model for the guys on our varsity, but in the lower levels like freshman and sophomore, to look up in terms of his consistency, his effort between his freshman and senior year.
I think it starts at practice. All of us are real close together, so just that bond of having to do it for the person next to you is kind of motivating enough.
Definitely just getting in each other's faces. They know, we're seniors, this is our last year. There's no coming back after this. So after this, this is the only time that we can play with each other again. So, we got to get on each other for.
When I had Addison Trail and we had a lot of people come out, it was so much fun and we really enjoy it. So we're going to try to keep winning, and we just hope that people keep showing up, and it makes it a lot of fun for us in the community. All right, part 3.
Thank you. Thank you for your time, WLTV. Thank you, Mr. Flincham. Thank you to your.
Thank you, Oscar.
Thank you, Oscar. Thank you, Yami.
Just great.
Always a pleasure to be interviewed by some of the best students in Leiden and Nick. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Yami and Oscar, for the rundown on the season so far.
In other news, our modern language department was able to host their annual language festival.
I saw that we're offering croissants and tamales last week. Liana and Beatrice caught up with the action.
Last Friday, the Modern Language classes and honor societies were hard at work preparing for Leiden's Modern Language Festival held in the cafeteria. The return of the event was met with excitement by students after sponsors Mr. Aldworth, the Modern Languages Department Chair, and Ms. Arouk, the Spanish Honor Society sponsor, announced the fest would return following its break due to COVID.
When I first experienced it, it was really nice because it brought me together with other kids that I didn't know, and I got some friendships out of that. So I think that bringing the language fair back after 3 years is a really nice experience for everyone. I think it represents people from different backgrounds, and it also allows you to dive into a new culture that you haven't previously. And like, for example, making the crepes or making salsa, like you're stepping into that culture and the customs, and also like the food that they would use and the different ingredients that they use in their foods.
I was really excited to be a part of the Language Festival this year. It's something that so many teachers from the department have talked about, in really being a moment that a lot of the Leiden language students remember. They have a lot of fun because they're able to get out and do different things with their hands. The nice part too, we have French, Italian, and Spanish students all intermingling. So, you know, you might have a student who doesn't take the same language, isn't in the same period or something like that, and then all of a sudden you get a chance to see them there.
The fest was a great opportunity for students to learn more about the different cultures related to each language through food and activities, as well as interacting with fellow language students.
I hope that students get skills, but like specifically teamwork skills, and then also leadership skills based on like the different activities that they do. They work with people who they don't usually get to work with, or with friends that don't have the same language classes as them. And it's really nice because it brings other kids from different language classes together.
The Language Festival brings the idea of community and cultures into a school that I think has its own culture, and so this way we're able to showcase, not every French-speaking, Italian-speaking, and Spanish-speaking culture and country, but at least a little view of what it looks like. We talk about different Romance languages based on Latin. You know, students get to see that Spanish, French, Italian all have a similar base, so a lot of the vocabulary, colors, days of the week, months, numbers. So many students can fly through a lot of those. So it's really nice to be able to see how the different languages, different countries celebrate different things as well.
In general, I think it's a nice way for all students taking a language class to experience something different. And so it's nice to see like all the classes like falling in and like mixing with each other.
Gracias a Miss Ileana and Beatrice on the coverage of the Modern Language Festival.
And speaking about food, our Family and Consumer Science program offers an entire course on decorating food.
That's right. Angel and Jalise are caught up with these confectionery cooks in their cake decorating class.
Cake decorating is a part of the Family and Consumer Science department. Recently, cake decorating was upgraded to an actual class instead of being an independent study, which was linked in the pastry chef class. Students can take this course if they have previously completed culinary basics and pastry chef. For the instructor plus head chef, Ms. Sesniak believes this course stresses the technical skills to baking and cooking.
It's completely been revamped. It used to be in a class called Pastry Chef, and students were working at it independently. And now we changed it. It's a full semester course filled with a ton of projects and a ton of different techniques. Pastry Chef. So my students have to take the first culinary basics, then Pastry Chef. So they're ready. They've been exposed to various desserts, and then they can take cake decorating. So we start with basic techniques on how to make a cake, and then we go into how to decorate. We use different tips, different creative techniques. So we start from the basics, and then we go into fondant making, and then my students just finished up a tiered cake. So it's college level, but we definitely start from the basics and then work our way up. I hope students gain creativity. I hope students gain an opportunity where they're in a class for 45 minutes and they could really just express themselves, problem solve, where they can fail and then succeed. And I've really seen that, just seeing their first cake and now their tiered cake. I am so unbelievably proud of them. So my way of performing demonstrations is either walking them through a video of either me or a specific technique, pausing, making sure that we're all on the same page, and then physically walking around table to table and demoing a specific technique, because it could be completely different from one other table. Because again, it's about student choice, so they're deciding the techniques, the tips that they're working with, and then what goes on their cake and what goes inside their cake. So it could be a demonstration about fillings, or it could be a demonstration on fondant.
After hearing Ms. Sesniak discuss information on the class, here we have one of her students expressing her thoughts on the course and why she took it.
I decided to take cake decorating because it's what I want to do in life. That's like pastry is what I want to do, and that's what I'm going to college for. So I think that cake decorating would be a good class to have. I enjoy that it's a creative space and we're allowed to do whatever we want with the cakes and use our own imagination. In this class, I've learned how to be creative and work with others, because that was definitely a challenge at first. I would run into a lot of obstacles with my table partners, but now that the year has come to an end, I think that we've learned how to work together and be a team. I would let future students know for sure that they should take this class if they want to learn how to be creative, and if they already have a creative mindset, this class would be a good class for them to take. And it's a little challenging at times, but it's definitely really fun, and I 100% recommend this to other students.
Looks delicious and sounds fun.
Amy, does your family have any holiday traditions that you celebrate?
Yeah, me and my family decorate the tree together.
On the holiday spirit, here's Griselda and Leslie finding out what some of our Leiden community members celebrate.
Christmas trees, Santa, and ornament are all things familiar here in the U.S. With the holidays right around the corner, it is important to acknowledge any celebrations and traditions that take place over break. But for some students and families in our community, these aren't the only traditional ways to celebrate the holidays. For students like Leslie Caldera, Las Posadas are part of her family celebrations.
Well, in our tradition in my household, we'd have like the nativity. Each family has like a baby Jesus, and we have to we buy like candy, and it represents like children and like a new life, so we give the candy to the kids. On New Year's, we do like the 12 grapes that represent each month, and on the 6th for those Reyes Magos, those are her celebrations.
Las Posadas is a religious festival celebrated in Mexico but originated from Spain. For over 400 years, beginning on December 16 and ending 9 days later, Las Posadas commemorates the 9 months of Mary's pregnancy. Throughout Mexico, churches and communities still celebrate these festivities with their traditional religious elements, also with hot food, drinks, sweets, music, and piñatas. One of the most popular traditions during this time is the gathering with friends and families, singing from door to door.
So on the 24th, we have the traditional Christmas, the tamales, pozole, and the gifts at 12. And 25th, we celebrate more religious-wise. We go into El Nacimiento, the nativity, how Jesus was born. I wish I would go to Mexico, because I've never gone to Mexico during these celebrations, and I feel like over there it's more, like a lot more celebration.
While Las Posadas is a 9-day celebration ending on December 24th, there is another holiday coming up that will celebrate the Lunar New Year on January 22nd. Mostly celebrated in Vietnamese communities, Tet, or the Lunar New Year celebration, has been one of the most important celebrations in Vietnam's culture. Tet celebrates the arrival of spring based on the Vietnam calendar. There is also a children's festival that is held on the night of the 14th of the 8th lunar month to the end of the 15th of the 8th lunar month.
Some traditions we do is like the day before Lunar New Year's, we'll make a bunch of food, and then we'll put it on like this shrine that we have in our house for like our ancestors and our elders. Something that I would want to add is, I would say I wish like my family would go to temple more, because we do go to temple, but like not as often as we used to. So during Lunar New Year's, we're celebrating the new year of like a different calendar, and normally we like dress up for Lunar New Year, so we'll wear like nice traditional like dresses and stuff like that, and then we'll put up like certain like decorations. For Lunar New Year's, we'll put up like this tree that's like yellow or like cherry blossoms, and we decorate the house with red.
Hello.
Merry Santa!
This is the greatest idea I've ever come up with. And also the stupidest. How do you celebrate Christmas?
I spend time with family and eat lots of food. just sit down with the family. We eat a lot of food: pozole, mole, tamales, anything like that. Taquitos dorados. So.
The 24th, it's with family, and then the 25th, we do more like religious stuff with baby Jesus.
Oh, man. What does Christmas mean to you?
It means to give and spend time with loved ones.
Family, and food. Just food. I really like food. Also presents. If I don't get presents, I might burn down the house.
Christmas means happiness, you know, it means bringing people together, you know. I feel like it's one of the best times to spend time with your family, you feel me?
Hey, wait, I have a question. I have a question for you. I have a question. All right, JJ, what do you want for Christmas?
I want all my homies to be up, you know, none of us broke, we all making it out here, easy. And probably like a RC car.
I want a new bike.
Probably a new belt.
Some Bose headphones, the Quiet Comfort ones.
I want a Hot Wheels set.
A new pair of AirPods.
What do you want for Christmas?
Just to be at home and spend time with my kids. That's all.
All right, thank you.
For Christmas, I want
Let's redo that. Let's redo that. All right, oh, ready? I'll let you get one good swing. Oh, good me good.
I got you.
Good me. Oh, why are you recording me? You enjoy my cookies, please.
Wow, I think Joseph has a real future at Moss. Thank you all for tuning in this week and hope everyone has a safe and restful holiday season.
From WLTV Studio Productions, signing off for the semester. And don't forget, go Eagles!